Hey, Cal Faith family. So, this message is specifically for my youth leaders, but I am actually going to send it to everybody because, much like when Esther had to approach the king to save the entire Jewish nation, she asked everybody to fast and pray with her before she had to make all these very scary actions and decisions and say all these scary things. So I need my youth team with me. I need my chaperones chaperoning ahead of time, interceding. But I'm calling everybody. If you have a relationship with Jesus, I need you praying for me. I need intercession. My team needs intercession. This weekend has just been absolutely insane. And I hate to call things spiritual warfare because sometimes I'm just dumb and make bad choices and I have consequences in my life, and you do too. But this weekend's been insane. Okay, that just everything has been insane. Crazy things that had no statistical probability of happening have happened, and everything has happened all at once, and it's just been an absolute madhouse. So please fast and pray with us, for us, and let's do this. Because the reality is all of this is kind of outside of the natural realm. This is a spiritual battle, and we've got some big life changing, world shaking events that are coming up. Let's be ready. Let's be prepared. So the other day, I have some dogs that were my parents' dogs, and at my parents' house, they were pretty much free range. They had a big giant yard that was fenced in. They could kind of come and go as they please. They had, everything they need. Well, we've downsized, and now they don't have a big fancy yard. But I was taking them out, kind of giving them a little space to run and be what they love to be and kind of wild. They're very good dogs. They're so sweet, and they never start a fight. Well, about the time my dogs were out and we were running and having fun, another dog came out of my neighbor's house, and it was a friend's dog, so it wasn't a dog who they're familiar with. But they smell each other, they meet each other, they're friends, they start playing, everything's great. And then the owner of the other dog came and put the dog's leash on. Well, Jekyll and Hyde, she lost her ever loving mind. She came at my dogs. She was ready to attack. And my dogs are not fighters, but you come at them and they gonna come back. So they're, barking back. And I was like, go home. Go home. Get gone. They come home, they're wagging their tails. They don't even care that a dog almost ate them because she was way bigger and scarier than they were. And it was no big deal. And, I talked to the neighbor for a while. It wasn't like it was a mad situation. Nobody was hurt. Nothing happened. But it reminded me that Satan is on a leash. And the same way that dog's personality totally changed, when Satan was put on a leash, his personality changed. He can't touch us unless God says it's okay. So why does God say it's okay sometimes? I honestly couldn't tell you. But in the case of Job, he was accused of bribing Job into loving him, and he wanted to prove that that was not the case. So he allowed him to go through a whole bunch of bad stuff to prove that that isn't it. Job loved him because of his love and his faith and his dedication to God, not because of what God was giving him. But Satan could only go so far. He could only hurt Job as much as was allowed. He could only inflict as much pain as was allowed. And sometimes we go through things, and I don't always know why we go through them. I cannot tell you why I went through the last 4 years of my life. I can't tell you why I went through the last 6 years of my life, because really, it started then. And 2018 on has just been one thing after another, and I'm sick of it. But the reality is, Just because that dog's leashed doesn't mean it's not coming for me. That dog's coming for me. And just like my dogs, I gotta be ready. We can be friends, we can hang out, we can have a good time. Y'all all know I'm about the fun. But I've cried on every single leader's shoulder. Every single person who got this into them, you have watched me go through it. And I appreciate each and every one of you. But for the next 3 days, let's get ready. Because my dogs had to stand up for themselves. And when they were being attacked, they had to bark back. And I'm ready to bark back. I'm tired of Satan seeing how far his leash can go and seeing how bad he can hurt me. So let's get ready. Let's pray. Let's fast. Let's get into our Bible. Let's get off of all of the distractions, whether it's video games, social media, TV, music, whatever it is. Let's get off of it. Let's take some time and let's really get ready, because that dog's attacking. That dog's on a leash and he ain't happy about it. And the great thing about it is, my dogs, I told them to go home and they went home. They knew it was safe there. Let God be your home. Go to him. Because see, we're going to stand up for ourselves and we're going to fight. But the reality is, that dog could have done a whole lot. But he couldn't in the house. He couldn't get there. He had a hedge of protection in between him and his victims. Or her. I'm unsure of the sex of the dog. But whatever it is. So, pray, fast. And if you're going through spiritual warfare, we're praying for you. And we're fasting for you. Because the enemy is on a leash and he's attacking. But it's okay. Because we got cow faith. Moo.